Hey, Crispy, we're gonna play a game to open up today's episode. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
With it being so close to Christmas now and us still not having a trailer for Joy to the World, it's entirely possible that our listeners might have a trailer by the time this episode comes out. So we're going to play a game, Crispy. We're going to predict with a D20 I have on my desk whether or not a trailer will be out, and we'll see if the fates align.
Oh, okay, this is fun.
So we either have, obviously, between numbers 1 and 10 and 11 and 20. Which one should be which for trailer or no trailer? I'll let you influence it.
11 to 20 will be yes, and then
okay,
the rest the opposite.
Here we go. It's a 15, which means there's a trailer by the time this comes out. Can't wait for us to not talk about that in the start of this video.
Wait, what number was it?
15.
Oh.
What?
That's what we're talking about today.
Oh, I'm not kidding. It actually was 15. I'm not kidding. It genuinely was. I can't believe I didn't register. Well, this is exciting. Let's talk about... Oh, yeah, because it's about the 15th Doctor. My brain's not working. This is amazing. Roll the intro.
Hello and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. My name is Crispy, his name is Troy, and we're the hotline that accepts your calls from anywhere in time and space. And today, we're talking about Ncuti Gatwa, the 15th Doctor, returning this Christmas. How do we feel about Ncuti? How do we feel about this incarnation? And I'm joined, as ever, with my beautiful friend, Troy Radachalive. How are you?
Your beautiful friend, is he in the room with us now?
I'm looking right at him.
Ah, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Yes, we're here to talk about Ncuti, which we should have done a couple of weeks ago. But a certain Comic-Con certainly derailed it, didn't it, good sir?
I'm glad it did, because it is performing well.
Yeah, fun fact, they still haven't addressed that convention. They've posted a couple of times since. They finally put the digital photos out, which I've bought, which... I don't want to give them any more money, but I had to swallow my pride. But
wait,
yeah, they've not talked about it at all.
You had to buy the digital versions?
Oh yeah, you got to buy the digital copies, £5 each. So
I'm so over it.
Not epic.
I'm
not
so
epic
over
at
it.
all. I replied to a few of their tweets being like, "You're going to talk about what happened?" I'm just giving up now. They're clearly not going to, so I'm just past caring. But it's good, as I said, because we got a good little Comic-Con story out of that. Well, good being the intriguing word there. But also, we said we were going to talk about Ncuti in that episode, but now we get to just have an episode about why we love the 15th Doctor, what we love about him so far, and see what our callers think. But, Crispy, there is a problem, I think, with this episode.
What's the issue?
Well, you know, you and I use Riverside, and I can always see the window you've got open. That's how we pull the audio out for the callers. But the window I'm looking at right now on our screen, it doesn't say SpeakPipe. It says 2024 Wrapped. What's this about?
Oh, well, we can have a little look at the insights to see how many people actually care about this podcast.
Only 2 people! Woo!
We had 2 listeners the whole year.
Paul is the first one, our OG. Who's the second one?
Mike from Fish and Chips.
Oh wow. Oh, all the bits are coming back. Yeah, Wrapped has just come out today. At the time of recording this, I found out that the Baldur's Gate 3 composer was my Artist of the Year, to nobody's surprise. Crispy, who was your Artist of the Year?
It was Lauv. Do you know who Lauv is?
I know the name, I know nothing more than that.
Do you know the song, I like me better when I'm with you?
Kind of, I think, actually, yeah. That was a beautiful rendition.
That was a big song. What about, I'm so tired of love songs, tired of love songs, tired of love songs.
Can we just have 40 minutes of you singing? Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay,
we can do
have the Crispy singing special. I look forward to it. But yeah, I know the name, not much beyond that.
That's our year.
Well, Pale Waves came second in mine. And what's depressing about that is that I have I think you mentioned it before we started recording, you have like another app that tracks your stats. I have one as well. And it says now that Pale Waves have overtaken the Baldur's Gate 3 composer, Borislav Slavov, and so it clearly proves that Spotify Wrapped cut off a couple of weeks ago, otherwise Pale Waves would be on top.
I think there's all kinds of weird stuff going on with Spotify Wrapped. I saw some stuff today and someone was like, oh yeah, you listened to like 52 songs this year and you were in the top 1% of this artist. I'm like, does that seem right?
I've always thought the percentage thing felt like an exaggeration, yeah.
I think the percentage thing's nonsense. But anyway, let's look at some percentages now.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's look at some percentages. Anyway, so Spotify Wrapped is here for the podcast, and we've got the creative side of it. So assuming that it works well on the edit, which last time I did another window, it broke it. So fingers crossed it works this time.
Let's see what happens.
But we have got the video version. I mean, I have no idea how this video is going to turn out, but this is our Wrapped, and we can look through it with you guys. Crispy, take us through it. Let's have a little look before we take our calls.
All right, guys. Let's have a look. Wow. Fans were really loving your show in 2024. Oh, yeah.
I wish we could love how smooth this video is. It's so janky.
It's so bad on my
It makes me feel better because it was bad on my computer and I thought was running low on hard drive space, but no, clearly it's just bad
really
on anyone's
struggling.
PC.
Okay, here we go. We gained 27% in listeners. That's fantastic.
Wow,
That's great.
Wow. And is there stats for streams and followers as well there I see in the corner? Do we have to click those?
Yes, we do. Up
a
35%.
35% increase in streams.
And 56% followers. Wow.
I bet you that's because of the episode of views. That'll have helped a lot with season 1. Thank you all.
Yeah,
that's
definitely
lovely.
would have.
That's cool.
How do I go next?
Just keep scrolling, I guess.
Oh, here we go. Excuse me.
Here we go.
Give it up for your new fans. Thanks, guys.
Woo!
56% of our listeners. Whoa.
What, 50% of our listeners? Oh, discovered us this year.
Yeah.
Damn, we've lost a lot of our old fans. They got tired of us. They got tired of us, man.
Your fans have a clear favourite. Our top... Wow.
Wow.
George Sheard.
Okay. They didn't even make this a guessing game. People were saying that this year's like basic rap was a little bit more basic, and it was this time, because last year's, I remember, it was like, take a guess. Here's 3 options. Which one's your most popular episode?
Yeah.
But no, the Legend of Ruby Sunday Review with George Sheard, Mr. Nostalgia
episode
Base.
114
is our biggest one of the year.
Great episode. I love that episode.
A very good episode. That face is so good. Wow.
301% more than your average episode?
That's a lot. 3 times as many listens. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay. Ever wondered who your audience is? Yes.
I've wondered,
Just listening to this nonsense. Let's break it down
now. It's mainly my
now.
mum and the Beast Boss.
Okay.
Wow,
so,
you get age statistics? This is crazy.
Yeah, this is weird. So the main age bracket here is 25 to 29 with 38%. It's
just you and me streaming it constantly.
Yeah, it's just us. And then 18 to 24 have 25%. Wow, but surely, is there someone over the age of 55? 5% listening to us.
Yeah.
Incredible. Thank you.
But it's good to see that age range. We appreciate you all being here. We really, really do. It's nice.
Yeah, we do. Oh.
Listeners ages 55 plus grew the most by 139%.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome.
Thanks.
We hope you feel welcome
Queens.
here, listening to 2 silly little young people talking about Doctor Who.
It's true. Where in the world
have you been? Oh, wow.
In 2024, we traveled the globe, baby.
We did. 39 different countries. I know one of them was Hungary.
39 different countries. Big surprise there. The UK was, of course, the top.
England!
Is Australia the second?
Is it going to even tell us at this point? No, it's not.
Won't.
Wow, this rap is nowhere near as good. Okay, anyway.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, other shows they're love?
They're showing us our competition?
Why are they doing that?
Who's Jack
why
and
is
Matt?
Jackmate's Happy Hour the #1 competition for us?
The review of Death.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who rewatch podcast.
Okay.
The Weekly Planet. I like the week. Oh, no.
The 50% Doctor Who podcast. Oh, not those
dearie.
two.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh. Wait, what, music?
I think this is just what people in our audience listen to. That's funny. Soundtrack and video game music. It's so us.
It's literally just my Spotify listening history.
That's so funny.
Audiobook genres? What is happening?
These are some statistics I did not think we would be getting today.
And that they're very random.
Oh man, it is really... My computer's going full pelt.
Yeah, honestly. Wow, your videos were watched 46% more in 2024 and 2023. Wow. It's probably because video podcasts became a bigger thing this year, I feel like.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, come on. Do you believe that?
I do believe that, because I don't think everyone's doing video podcasts.
Really? I was going to say, I was wondering if there was an exaggerative percentage, but for people on the audio platforms, it's telling us that our show is apparently in the top 5% of video podcasts on Spotify.
I find that hard to believe.
I do find it slightly hard to believe. I do find it slightly hard. We love you all, but, well, I mean, we haven't got hundreds of thousands of listeners, so that's an intriguing statistic.
You're a top 10. What are we a top 10 of?
Top 10 show for 520 people. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
That's
Thanks,
really
guys.
crazy. Top 5 for 322.
322. Oh my god.
I've only seen a few people share their top 5 podcasts, so there's clearly some of you have got to.
You're the #1 show for how many people? 87 people? Where are
one of whom was my mom, because she showed me her raps and she got that.
Legend.
And I saw Here Comes the Doctor, one of our listeners shared it in the Discord. Make sure you let us know if we were your top, and we'll share it and say you're cool.
That's incredible. Thanks, team.
Wow, there you go.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. Anything else, Mr. Crisp, that you can say?
Oh, come on. Are we done?
We're not. What kind of creator are we? One wants to just talk about Ncuti Gatwa,
Why does it want
ideally.
me to know? What?
What is this?
What is happening? Then we've got a triangle on screen. We're a storyteller. That's what Spotify's telling us.
You should check out Troy met Ncuti Gatwa at an awful convention to find that one out.
Oh, that's a hell of a story. Okay,
it's
come on.
It's a great story.
I want this to wrap up. Come on. You've entered the conversation.
Fans have entered the conversation. Can we end the conversation, please?
Please.
Oh, we got 67 poll votes. Can we get an It's Poll Time to celebrate?
It's poll time. Our most poll was, do you believe the rumours that...
What, the Millie Gibson is leaving? Do you know why that's the most popular poll? Because they stopped doing polls towards the end, I'm pretty sure. Or no, maybe they got rid of Q&As. Oh, I don't remember. We stopped doing polls, but whatever.
Our podcast rating is 4.7. That's pretty good. Let's bump that.
Not good enough. Everyone vote 5 stars right now.
Everyone vote 5 stars. Come on, man. This is taking way longer than I was expecting. Are we done?
Yeah, same here.
Thank you for giving something with people talk about. All right, we're done. That's it.
Oh, it says learn how to grow your show in 2025. We should do that. We should do that.
I'll keep.
Yeah, our show sucks. We need to make it better.
Oh God. Oh God.
There you go.
All right, we're done. Thank you.
Did you just close the share screen, Crispy?
I accidentally did.
Oh. I actually saw your face for longer than I wanted to there. Ugh,
oh my goodness.
It's more than I wanted.
All right.
So should we talk about Ncuti Gatwa now?
Yeah, please.
So, as we hinted at earlier, the whole point of the call-in when we were doing the Comic Con episode was we wanted people to talk about what they liked about the 15th Doctor and their thoughts on him so far, because we thought it would slip in well with me talking about being at the convention, so we wouldn't be just having an episode free of calls. It turned out we had an episode free of calls, but obviously one, because we did play one. Can you remember who we played? Because I've
got no idea.
Well, you know what? If they get mentioned again, then it's fine. I think it was Dakota. Dakota, not from Dakota.
Yeah,
I think was who we played.
That sounds about right.
But who knows? Who knows? Sam, should we hear what some other listeners think about Mr. Ncuti Gatwa?
Yeah, let's have a listen to an old favourite, Matthias. Hello.
Hey, Troy. Hey, Crispy. It's Matthias from Croatia. The 15th Doctor. So, the 15th Doctor so far, I think, has a lot of potential. I think it needs more work, though. I think he needs to have his dark moment like Capaldi, Jodie, and all the others had. And I think that's pretty much the only thing that's missing from him. I pretty much like everything about him, but I think they just need to tone down with the jokes part and make him more mature, at least. That's what I think it should happen. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Troy,
supposedly, the Moff did say he'd written something about the Doctor getting angry in the next episode, like a proper anger moment from him. So we might get to see that rage in the Christmas special.
I'm curious. As to... Because Ncuti Gatwa, I think, can do anything acting-wise. I think they are an excellent performer and actor. But what do you think of 15th Doctor so far, Troy? What are your thoughts?
I really like him. I really like him. I think we just haven't had enough of him, and that's part and parcel because of all the stuff with filming and him not being around for some of the episodes. And why was he not around again? Was it Sex Education? I forget.
Yeah, it was the last season of Sex Education.
We talk so much about it that it's almost kind of like drained my brain at this point on here. But yeah, just because we had a shorter season and we've debated, should it be longer, should it be shorter? Which sounds weird when I say it like that, but. The season itself wasn't long enough, and then he wasn't in 2 of the episodes, and it just kind of is like, oh, well, we've not seen as much as we would have liked of this Doctor. But what we have seen of him, I really like him personality-wise. I think wardrobe, not my favourite. Dare I say it? Dare I say it? I like some of the outfits, not as keen on the others, but that's just me. But I do like the as a varied wardrobe. I think maybe a more consistent outfit would show... Well, actually, I was going to say he should have a slightly more consistent outfit, but he kind of does now because he's using the same outfit for Joy to the World, right? So it's popped up in a few episodes, and that's kind of like his iconic look. I'm just salty that the Dot and Bubble one isn't the official, the standard look.
Gosh, that would have been nice.
Oh, it was the first one, and it was the best one, and I will take no arguments on it, but no.
Weirdly
Batman
enough,
can pull off any outfit.
Feels more Christmassy, that outfit, don't you think? True. They would have been nice for Christmas, that outfit.
Yeah. But whether I love the outfits or hate them individually, whatever it may be, Ncuti pulls them off. He's good.
Yeah,
he's a
absolutely.
fashionista.
I thought I like Ncuti Gatwa. I like the 15th Doctor. Is it what I expected? Probably not. I don't quite know what I expect. We're always after the serious Doctor. I don't know, but maybe that's just because we like Capaldi. I'm enjoying. Ncuti has this electric energy that I think is palpable through the screen. But yeah, maybe I would like this Doctor more if there were some darker moments, I suppose. But even then, we've had some like pretty harrowing scene, like the end of Dot and Bubble. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
there's a lot. So it's not like we haven't had anything, because I feel like that was a common complaint with Jodie Whittaker. Everyone was like, "Oh, she's just a primary school teacher energy. That's all she's doing. It's all this. It's never down." And then we got to the Haunting of Villa Diodati, and everyone was like, "Oh wow, we need more of this," and never got more of this. I feel like Ncuti performance has probably been what people have been after, and yet there still seems to be some complaints. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making any sense here.
In the Doctor Who community?
In the Doctor Who, you wouldn't read about it, Troy.
No, you're lying to me. There's no way people in the Doctor Who community are complaining. I don't believe that for a second.
No. So, yeah. Anyway, I think the 15th Doctor... That's an interesting question
of like what we expected out of him, though. I'm not sure what I expected him to be.
What do we expect?
I suppose I expected someone who was a little bit more... What's the most accurate word for this? I suppose flamboyant, probably. Based purely on like his performance in like Sex Education, etc. People, I think maybe there was an expectation that he'd be a bit more like energetic, outgoing, and I think flamboyant's a pretty good word for it. And I think he kind of has that energy to him, but he has those serious sides as well. And I really do like the emotion that he's portrayed, which has been obviously a common criticism. He cries too much. I like how emotive he is. I think it's just really nice. Probably as someone who is quite an emotional person anyway myself, but I just really like it. I think it's. Often we have that thing I've said to you before about you struggle with getting used to a Doctor early on. I think part of it is helped by the fact that with the Giggle, you didn't have to say goodbye to a Doctor you're used to for years to be replaced by a new one that you then almost begrudge for a while until you get used to them. You had David Tennant back for a couple of episodes. He didn't even really go. They both kind of were there and they passed the baton on. It was nice and amicable, and there wasn't as much of that emotion there per se. So you could hit the ground running with him easier than most Doctors, which was a nice help. But I just think also generally, he's someone I feel like has hit the ground running and like been an interesting, exciting Doctor from the get-go better than a lot of them. Which is not to say the other ones have been bad, but I think it's probably just that he's hit the ground strong. I've said that 3 times now, but not had that kind of that grieving of the previous Doctor, which has helped a lot. Like for me, I would rank him quite highly already, like personality-wise and everything. I don't know how high, but like he's definitely breaking. Well, I can only rank up the modern Doctors. He's comfortably in top 5 and would probably be pushing for top 3, and he probably will be quite solid up there depending on where we go in the next season or 2 with him. I think he's got the potential to be one of the best, genuinely. I really like what we've seen of him so far.
Yeah.
I wish I'd had the time to tell him this at a Comic-Con, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
Have you seen did you go and see the play thing? You said you were going to go and see it.
I am going to see it. It's in January next year. Haven't seen it yet.
I don't know why I thought it was like this week. Anyway.
I don't know why either. You never remember anything I tell you, Crispy. It's disgraceful.
Anyway, here's Brad. Hello, Brad.
I think Ncuti Gatwa is a fantastic 15th Doctor. But as I said to Crispy when I ran into him randomly in New Zealand, why does he have to cry every single episode? I mean, every single episode? Maybe every second episode? Or maybe just once a season would be sufficient. Thanks.
Damn, I can't believe we got the tear police calling in. Good grief.
Let's talk about it. I ran into this gentleman in New Zealand. Did I tell you that?
I don't know if... Maybe you said you ran into a fan, but I don't think you said anything beyond that.
Well, this is said fan.
Oh, okay,
and we did have this conversation. And I do... Look, I don't know how to approach this.
With a smile.
Well, Brad's even said, like, even every second episode. It is wild that it is every episode, right?
Yeah.
Right? It is wild.
But maybe this is just me, but I wonder if I'd have really picked up on it if not for everyone else talking about it online. I think sometimes
maybe I wouldn't
the storm
too.
that's caused online makes it seem like a bigger problem than it is. Like also the Susan Twist thing. Everyone was like, oh yeah, we've already spotted that Susan Twist was in every episode leading up to this point. Would you if everyone on Twitter hadn't been talking about it, though? Would you have clocked that?
I don't think
there would have been so many more people, I genuinely think, seeing the next time trailer for Legend of Ruby Sunday, being like, oh wait, yeah, that woman has been in... Wait, what? Yeah, like, you might have picked up a couple of clues, because there were some that were, like, natively laying in there, like Dot and Bubble, the kind of look that 15 and Ruby share when they see her and go,
yeah.
You've seen her before? Yeah, okay, cool. So you could pick it up, but there would be more people who've been like, I didn't clock that. I think just the very nature of some of these things being discussed online makes them seem like bigger problems than they are, especially within that closed space of the Doctor Who community, which is true for any community. People kind of get locked into their own bubbles in those communities, and then we'll talk about problems and they become much bigger than they actually are. And I do think the crying issue is one of those, at least personally, because it's not one of those things where every time he cries, I'm like, oh god, again, do something, switch it up. Like, yeah, he cries more than the average Doctor, but I think it works well for his character, his personality. He's an emotional Doctor. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and I think it works really well, personally. Crispy, your thoughts?
I don't know. I've got nothing. I've got nothing for that argument, because I can see both sides of it. Because I understand wanting to do something different with the Doctor, wanting a Doctor that's more in tune with themselves and understanding their emotions, but then like the most powerful argument I've seen is just like how like incredibly hard hitting the scene was in Name of the Doctor when Matt Smith cried and he's saying Trenzalore, saying it was definitely Trenzalore. That scene like hit so hard because we hadn't really seen Matt Smith's Doctor break down like that. And with this one, well, actually, we haven't really seen Ncuti's Doctor break down like that, but it's the same tier every time. It's the same one little...
Or
you know what I mean?
There's been more. I wouldn't undervalue it. There's been more at times, definitely.
Let's rank them. Let's rank the most tiers from... Well, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Like, if you were going to pick out one that was maybe like, why was he crying? I would probably say Church and Ruby Road, because he got out the TARDIS, he was crying, and then he was trying to say that I don't know if he needed to be crying there, personally.
Yeah.
If we're going to pick
great
out
shot,
one.
though. Such a good shot.
I don't even trying to think it through. I mean, when was he crying in Space Babies?
At some stage.
Was he?
At some stage. I
don't remember. Devil's Cord, I think he was crying because he saw like what Maestro could do with...
Yeah. Well,
I think that was inconsequential. Boom, Ruby was literally about to die. So there's no...
It's fair.
There's nothing to criticise there. 73 yards, bro wasn't in the episode. Dot and Bubble, like, had faced racism himself personally. He really hadn't faced, at least for a very long time, talking about the Roof Doctor. But so that's perfectly valid. What was after Dot and
Rogue.
Bubble? Brain. Rogue. I mean, someone he's very quickly and gotten attached to, which again is an emotional Doctor, getting easily attached. Losing someone that you're quickly falling for, again, I think that's fine. Legend Ruby Sunday was...
Sutek reveal.
Yeah, I mean, again, that was just kind of more of a, you know... And then Empire of Death, losing Ruby, like, again... So, like, breaking that down, I don't see a problem. I'll be honest. I don't. I think it's just fair. That's his Doctor's response more to things than, like, maybe 10 would get angry at certain points, or 11 would, I don't know, flap his hands and spin around or something. Like, you know, like... I think it's just his way of dealing with it. He's more emotional. I've got no problem with it. That's the end of my TED Talk.
Let us know in the comments.
Listening.
We'll get so many comments. This video is going to have such good engagement. Let us know in the comments. Do you care?
Is it?
Yeah. Why not?
He's predicting.
I'm predicting.
I'm going to roll and see how many comments. Where's the D20 gone? Well, it's disappeared. I had it. Oh, there it is. All right, let's see how many comments we're going to get from 1 to 20.
Here we go.
9.
We'll get 9 comments.
I've just rolled it again. 7. So now we're going to get 97 comments. There you go.
Oh my god.
There you go. That's how it works. You combine the numbers together. Oh, it's rolled again. Oh, 19. We're going to get 9,719 comments, Crispy.
That's too many. I don't have time of day to read that.
I've got time.
All right. Speaking of people who've got time, the Beast Boss Council is called in.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Hello.
Hey, it's the Beast Boss from Vincent from Hungary's Shoe Cupboard. I think Ncuti is one of the best actors to have ever played the character. He's infectious, he's sexy, he's funny, he's serious. What else could we ask for?
Wow.
A
breath of
and the
fresh air.
correct pronunciation of Ncuti, by the way.
Yeah, is that...
Because he said that in the clip. Because I think Ncuti still calls himself Ncuti, but he said that his mom at one point corrected him and went, your name is not Ncuti, it is Ncuti.
And he's like, what?
He's like, what? I didn't know this.
I can't imagine thinking my name was something else.
Being like, your life was a lie. This is like finding out your legal name isn't actually Crispy Pro.
It is. It's on my birth certificate.
It's not actually. I saw your birth certificate. You brought it over. And I had a look.
Yeah, why would I bring my...
You brought it over. It was in your backpack. You didn't realise it. And your girlfriend showed me. And she was like, I don't know how to tell him this. Bronny, what have you got to say about the 15th Doctor, the Shooty Doctor?
Hey there, guys, it's Bronny again. My opinion of Shooty at the moment is that he's a cool doctor, very naturally charming, but there also isn't that much more beyond that. Not his fault, we've spent very little time with him, and when he's there, he's in those super specific scenarios. I feel like we need less experimentals, less gods and whatnot, and have few more traditional adventures to really show off who his doctor is in the first place. I enjoy him, but it's a very surface level at this point.
That was pretty articulate there, Bronny. That was good. Interesting, because season 1, I think we've agreed, is a very experimental season. Stop moving your hat like that, Troy. This is a podcast. Don't do
creepy,
visual
innit?
gags.
It's creepy. He says now doing the same thing. There is a good point that Shooty hasn't really fought a proper classic villain yet. Don't say Sutek.
Just you wait till this Christmas special. Oh boy.
Yeah. Capitalism again.
Yeah, I mean, yes, yes. You're absolutely correct.
I swear I've heard someone say that you can't really judge a doctor until you've seen them face off against a Dalek. I feel like that's like I've heard that people say that. And
where is Shooty's Dalek episode? Do you think we're getting them in season 2?
It's got to. There's no way. There's no way we don't get a Dalek in season 2.
I feel like Russell, I could just see an interview soon being like, Russell's be like, nah, the Daleks, they're done. They're done. About
as trustworthy as Stephen Moffat saying, hey, Boo, it's my last episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I think it could be very akin to Jodie. Like her first series was quite experimental. Like they did like different villains and didn't bring back any classic monsters until obviously Resolution. And then you have a second series where you had the Master. You also had Cybermen. You brought back Gallifrey. Like it went all in on the classic-y, more recurring stuff.
But we also have to remember that was like they took 2019 off. So I feel like as much as Chibnall wants to deny it, I feel like if someone slipped him a letter being like, bro, you gotta do this. You gotta do something for the fans. This one, like you've been saying it, Troy, season 1 and season 2, they're almost a package deal. We're doing the gods thing. Yep. Are we going to get anything? Are we going to get any classic returning villains?
That is a fair point.
Are we going to get any returning villains in season 2 akin to the Cybermen or the Weeping Angels or the Daleks for Shooty to, so we have something comparable to him? I don't know if that stands up.
Maybe
there's
you'll
a
do
lot
a
of
Daleks
episodes
in Manhattan.
in season 1 that you can compare to. Anyway. Sorry?
Maybe you'll do a Daleks in Manhattan and have like the Daleks come back for like a mid-season storyline.
Maybe. I'm all for it.
I'll be honest.
I just don't know.
I know that they featured in 3 of his 4 finales, but I am kind of craving a Rusty Davies Dalek finale in this new era. I kind of want to see him
Could
cook
happen.
something like
Could
that
happen.
with 15th Doctor. I kind of want to see that. So
It'd
I
be
don't know.
nice.
Yeah, I think definitely even Cybermen, Daleks or Cybermen, I'd like to see him fight off one of the 2 most like iconic villains, and then see what is like against them. That might be an interesting take, because like we got to see a bit of it with Sutek, a little bit of like the callbacks and stuff, but Sutek's not exactly an iconic villain. And anyone listening who says that, I mean, let's be honest here, there's like the classic Who fans, and there are a lot of them out there, don't get me wrong, but if you tell the average Doctor Who listener, Doctor Who fan who watched through David Tennant's era and go, oh, have you seen the new series? They brought back Sutek. They'd look at you like you had 3 heads. Whereas they go, they brought back the Daleks. You see them with the Daleks. They go, oh, okay.
There are a lot of There are a lot.
Do you see what I mean?
It was a big deal when Sutek came.
It was a big deal, but it's not as iconic of a villain as like Daleks and Cybermen. So I want to see him face off one of those.
It doesn't have the IP as big as those.
Doesn't have the brand recognition, the
guys.
merch opportunities.
Doesn't have the merchandising opportunities. No.
You get my point. That's not to undervalue Sutek or Classic Who listeners. I don't think I need to say that, but genuinely, it's not. I'm saying I think against one of those more recognisable, constantly recurring monsters from classic and modern era, I want to see him take on those, and then I think we'll be able to make a better judgment. But right now, I think he's really good and sexy. I mean, as Beast Boss said.
Oh yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm a straight guy, but Shooty, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Shooty is just a beautiful human being.
Well said. Well said.
And maybe one day I'll meet Shooty and have more than 2 seconds of interaction, but that's
yeah, you won't have a hard time to beat, fella, let me tell you.
Yeah. All right. Giacamigo, what have you got to
Giacamigo.
say about the 15th Doctor?
Hey guys, Giacamigo here has returned. So I'd just like to say that after the Church on Ruby Road aired, I turned around and said to my family that Ncuti Gatwa is my second favourite Doctor after Matt Smith, and that's saying something. So he had a huge arc to follow after the 60th anniversary specials, and I'm very proud of him for actually learning to shine in the role. I just don't think season 1 made it that easy for him, so he's hoping season 2 will make him shine even more.
Wow, bold claim.
Again, for the audio listeners, Crispy leapt forward and had his face right in the camera throughout that call. He seemed very uncomfortable with the statement that Ncuti was Giacamigo's second favourite Doctor behind Matt Smith. Crispy,
no, I wasn't uncomfortable. I was just shocked. In all fairness, the Church on Ruby Road, I adored. I really loved that episode. I liked that episode way more than you, Troy, when we reviewed it. Because I just thought it was fun. It was alive. The energy between Millie and Ncuti I thought was fantastic. Really, really enjoyed that. And then season 1, I don't know, maybe view things differently. And I can't quite. I feel like I need to be more articulate. Maybe I should bring notes to these things as to why I feel like that. Because I don't know if Ncuti Gatwa is my second favourite Doctor. But maybe if you asked me at the end of Church on Ruby Road, when I was on that Church of Ruby Road high, I'd be like, yeah, why not?
Really?
Why not? Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I really, really like Ncuti, and I was so excited for this era. And the fact that season 1 wasn't a slam dunk for me is disappointing because I had such high expectations. Anyway, I
still wonder. I think I'm gonna. I think what I might try and do, if I can spare the time, which I think is probably doable knowing me, I might binge all of season 1 before Church Ruby Road. Bloody hell!
Joy to the world.
I said bloody hell. Like a Doctor Who episode. Can I even say that? I think I can say that.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
They say you're Doctor Who.
Yeah. No. Starts just violently swearing. Yeah. No, watch all of season 1 before Joy to the World. Maybe Church Ruby Road as well. But just like binge it all separate from the hype, because I haven't done that yet. And especially watching Boom on Doctor Who Day, like, I really wonder if we're getting to the point where, like, all the criticism and all, again, the stuff within that isolated Doctor Who community, were people harder on it than they should have been. You know, I have seen people like Mr. TARDIS making cases that, you know, friends he has outside the community have said that they didn't love Empire of Death and it kind of killed their hype for the show. So definitely not just within the community, true. But again, as I've said, when you're sealed in that bubble, things do become worse than maybe they actually are. And I wonder if watching it separate from that hype now, you go, do you know what? This is pretty good. This is pretty good.
No, I don't know, man.
It's just my eternal optimism, man. Let humour me.
Yeah.
Humour me.
Yeah, I'll humour you. I will humour you.
Oh, wrong kind of humour. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, I recently rewatched Rogue, and I was like, damn, this is fun. This is a fun episode.
Like, I don't know. I saw Doctor Who's YouTube channel uploaded a video literally earlier today at the time of recording that was like famous people in Doctor Who, and I've watched a little bit of it, and one of the clips was Jonathan Groff with Ncuti Gatwa, their TARDIS scene, and I was like, this is really good. Like, it's just good. I mean, granted, it was one of the best episodes of the season, but like, yeah, it's just. I really do wonder if it is just a case of the Thanos meme. You know, perhaps I treated you too harshly. I really wonder.
Maybe.
I really wonder.
Well, do it. Let me know.
I will. Do you know what? I'll let you know, Crispy.
I've really tried to rewatch Space Babies, and I can't do it, man.
I
can't do it.
That episode is not amazing, fair, but man, it is not as bad as you'll make it out to be, dude. It just ain't.
I just can't do it. It's purely because of the emotional weight that, like, I set my mind, like, this is the episode that's going to change the world.
There is definitely some weight to beyond that. Like, I don't want to undermine it. Like, if you talk about season openers, it's one of the weakest openers. Like, definitely.
I was so ready to be like, I was right for liking this show. I was like, this is my favorite thing forever, and 2024 is going to be my year.
Oh, you sound like me with Payday 3, mate. This is depressing.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, last game update, I was like, this is the update that's going to bring everyone back to the game. This is the one where there's going to be a marketing push, and people will realise Payday 3 is better now, and then the update was so broken that I haven't been able to play the game for a month.
Look, I'll be honest,
Black Ops 6 for saving me.
2024 let me down. It let me down.
Hey, I saw a Japanese luck calendar on Twitter that apparently predicts like the luckiest people based on birthdays. And out of the 365, I think I was 43rd or 42nd in the list. My birthday. So I'm 2025. It might be my year, Crispy. It might be my year.
It might. Well, let's. I hope so, brother. I hope
Me
so.
too.
Let's see if it was William's year. Hello, William. What do you have to say?
What I've seen of him so far, I think he's one of the better ones. Yeah, definitely better than when I dropped off around Capaldi's time. Much more enjoyable to watch. My only criticism would be he cries too much. He's been very emotional, but a bit too emotional at times. But I think he won't be around for series 3 of new stuff. But I think when we see him in the second series, I think that's when we really like him.
It's real, Troy.
This is a public message from Who's There DW.
It's real.
It's okay to be in touch with your emotions. I think it's too much stigma, man. No, that is true. But man,
it is true. But
come on, let the man cry. Let him.
Oh look, well, I think people are allowed their opinions here. I feel bad that Ncuti might be remembered as the doctor that cries because there's so much more going on. Troy's going to be known as the co-host who cries today.
Come on, silly people are going to refer to him as the doctor who cries, and if you're one of them, then you are silly. No.
I'm just saying.
If I'm going to remember Ncuti for one thing, it's the fashion so far. That's like the standout thing.
If I'm going to remember Ncuti for one thing, it's the Goblin song.
No.
That's what I'm going to remember Ncuti for. Absolute heater.
I'm going to remember him for dancing on stage with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a year. What a year for Ncuti that was.
What a year. It's been the year for a couple of people. It's like Ncuti Gatwa, also Ella Pennell. I think it's been her year.
Who the heck is that?
You don't know who that is, do you? I was going to say, I really hope that lands. Have you not seen Fallout?
Oh, the lead actress?
The lead actor, who is also the voice of Jinx in Arcane, and also had her own series called Sweet Pea.
the lead of Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, I think she was in Yellow Jackets as well.
Yeah,
We actually had another show called Sweet Pea on Sky, and I think on maybe HBO in America, I don't know, but that's just been renewed for a second season as well. So
have you seen Yellow Jackets?
No.
Oh,
and I've not seen Arcane,
up.
which I know I'd love, so I need to watch that. Because I've got several friends who've been like, you've got to watch this, you would love it. Like, I know.
I had people at work saying Arcane was ridiculously good.
Supposedly it's like fantastic, yeah. So.
Oh, well, let's watch this.
So your message from today's episode of Who's There Doctor Who podcast is to watch Arcane.
Yeah, don't watch Doctor Who. Here we go.
Mateo, don't watch Doctor Who. We don't like it that much.
I don't like it.
Well, Speakpipe doesn't like it either because it just froze on Mateo's call. Mateo, what have you got to say?
Okay. 15th Doctor, honestly, I like him a lot. He's like awesome, kind of hot. I don't love the fact that he like fully changes his outfit every episode. Like, I'd like it if he was kind of like Capaldi with the core like look, but with variations upon the look, kind of, Anyways, I like him. I like him in Ruby. I'm excited for the Christmas special because I love me some Moffat. Dope.
I agree. Yes, dope. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm saying about the more iconic outfit, because Capaldi did have kind of a similar layout and like varied it above that, like whether he had a hoodie on or a different coloured coat or a different colour waistcoat, whereas Ncuti will just change his entire outfit sometimes.
It's so funny that Capaldi just like wore a hoodie sometimes.
I still don't love that. I kind of do because it's easy to cosplay. But I the dude is a fashionista.
Man.
Like, he pulls off a red velvet coat and looks sexy as hell. And then he's like, I just got this from Gap, mate. Yeah, there you go.
It's so funny.
The Primark zip up. It obviously wasn't Primark, but you might as well.
When was the last time we had Capaldi's debut outfit? What was that last episode? Like the magician one.
You can't even count Last Christmas because he had like the jumper on underneath it, so I guess it had to be Death in Heaven.
Wow.
Because that specific wool coat was only in Series 8, I'm pretty sure, and then series like Last Christmas, I think he changed coats in Magician's Apprentice. It was a slightly different one.
Yeah. I
did look up
that
12th Doctor
so
fashion
much.
for a while in 2020 when like I was obsessed with the 12th Doctor and getting like his coats and stuff. Like I was really like attention to detail.
Oh man, I love that outfit. I love
all of his outfits. Well, the hoodie one's less so, but all of them still are cool.
Icon.
You still know what my favourite one of his, though, don't you? Come on.
The favourite
Capaldi my favourite 12th Doctor outfit. Let's see if you remember this.
Is this a weird bit of niche knowledge I should know?
I don't know. I felt like you might remember it, but you might not. I
was going to say the red velvet, but
nope. One of, but not my favorite.
One of.
I wonder if anyone listening actually remembers me saying the answer.
When
to
did you say this?
At some point a long time ago, fella. We're 140 episodes in. I don't blame you for forgetting.
Oh, crikey. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I should. It's itching. It's itching my brain. Hang on. I will get there. I will get there. Oh, no. It's Lie of the Land. It's Lie of the Land.
Exactly. It's the great Lie of the Land. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. I'm going to have a drink. That was
what are you going to drink?
Carrie, let's listen to Atticus while I get a drink after that. My brain hurts.
I honestly think the 15th Doctor is legendary. He is my second favourite of the new era, second behind Jodie. The only reason I know that's topical saying Jodie's my favourite, but the only thing that really suffered was her writing, not her as an actor. She was brilliant as the Doctor. Anyway, same with Ncuti, except the writing's actually good again. I love you, Russell. And yeah, I'm actually out and about. Sorry for the background noises. I'm recording this during the day. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.
Wow. Okay.
What did Atticus have to say?
We got a lot of positivity, and then within it we got Jodie's only downside was her writing, not her acting. And I was just like, oh, you're probably right, but I've heard it so many times, man. But no, Atticus actually said that his favourite Doctor is Jodie, and his second favourite is Ncuti, which I actually really like. That's a cool selection.
Take.
I love that. But he just said,
take.
the writing's better now for Ncuti, so that means it's overall better than Jodie in that sense, you know?
I wonder how Chibnall would have written Ncuti. Probably the same, right?
I mean, yeah.
Not as in like the same as Jodie. As in the same as Jodie is what I'm trying to say. I
was going to try and make some kind of joke, and I feel like anything I say would just be unnecessarily mean because I do like the era, and I feel like I'd be picking holes for no reason. So, do you know what? If Chibnall wrote Ncuti, he'd bring 3 characters in there at once and make them all companions and then struggle to develop them all at the same time.
Yeah.
I love you, Chibnall, but that was a bit of a mess up. That was a bit of a mess up. You should watch Crispy Pro's video about why the fam don't work.
Yeah, why the fam don't work.
I remember you talking to me about that in our original podcast on my channel, like saying that was, I think, either you just released it or you were about to release it, talking about why the fam don't work. And think about how long ago that was now.
Why fam don't work. Why fam don't work.
Yeah. Why don't the fam work?
That's a long time ago. When did we start making this nonsense?
This podcast, 2022.
Yeah.
Our first one was August or September 2020.
Oh my
maybe
God,
October.
Man.
Well, I think it might be October, maybe September, October.
Have you ever seen Zootopia?
No.
Oh. Do you know the song from Zootopia that Shakira does? Where it goes,
maybe I've heard it somewhere without knowing what it is.
It's called Try Everything. Anyway, the school that's like, somewhat close to where I am, that's their school bell for the start of the day is this Shakira song.
Right.
And so I hear this every morning. I hear Shakira every morning. Anyway, I just thought I should because it's playing right now. I won't be able to pick it up on the mic.
I thought that was going somewhere. I was like, what?
No, it's playing right now. That's why I said that. Yeah, it's playing directly. Right this second.
LA.
No, it's not. I can't. Can you remember if they did wherever, whenever?
Crispy, your hips lie.
My hips. Make them take a bloody lie detector test, mate, because they are innocent. They tell the truth.
Well, hang on. Why do they take a lie test if they tell the truth?
To prove to you that they tell the truth.
Oh, why do they need to prove themselves?
I don't know, but maybe Zach needs to prove themselves right now with their last call for the day. Hello, Zach.
I think the Ncuti Gatwa has actually had a really good start to being the Doctor. I feel like he might have benefited from having more midnight-style episodes, but then again, they all would. Also, side note, your link to call in to speakpipe.com/who's there, not speakpipe.com/who's there DW, which took me many attempts to get the right way around. But anyways, I love Ncuti's Doctor, and I feel like he definitely gives the role his all. Lots of people are annoyed at him crying in what I think is every episode, or at least most of them. But to be fair, if that's what a post-bi-generation Doctor looks like, then I'm all for it. Have a good one.
Zach, thank you. Thank you for that. Very well put. Very articulate there. And some great points. Troy, your face is lighting up with confusion.
Crispy made this page, so he takes the blame for this. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say
What have I done?
The website link for SpeakPipe isn't Who's There DW, it's just Who's There.
Oh, is that a bad thing?
Well, no, it just means that Zach was saying he couldn't find the website because of that.
Oh.
You caused Zach chaos, Crispy.
I apologize.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I apologize.
It's written
apparently my hips do lie. I lied about.
No, in fairness, the link's everywhere. It really isn't that deep. But yeah, in case anyone was wondering, the link is speakpipe.com/who's there. That's it. No DW. That's the only time there's no DW. Maybe we can change it somewhere and fix it to be more in sync with everything else. I don't know. But oh, you can. You literally can change it right here. So if I was to go like that, I assume I could just change it from there.
Oh my god, are we doing this live on the podcast?
Should I change it live right now?
No. We could do this later.
Leave it. Okay, I'll leave it. Fine. Spur of the moment, mate. Wait, you've got to go to work in 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's what, when Shakira plays, I gotta leave. When Shakira echoes in the distance, I gotta go to work.
Okay, give us your closing comments, Crispy.
Wherever, whenever, we're meant to be shooting together. I'll be here and you'll be there, and that's how Bi-Generation works.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Who's There, Doctor Who podcast. In conclusion, we love Ncuti Gatwa. I like to see that a lot of people are saying he's ranking highly already. I feel quite similarly. I think we need to see a bit more of him and also see him face off against some more classic, more recognisable villains. People who haven't watched Classic Who, basically. And then see how he stands then. I think he'll be high on a lot of people's tier lists. I genuinely think so. I'd be intrigued to see where he ranks. But Ncuti Gatwa, you're doing great, mate.
You're doing great, brother. You're doing great.
You're endorsed by Who's the DW, which really is the only award that should matter.
Yeah, it's true. And we will see Ncuti at 5:10 p.m. Christmas Day, UK.
Yes, we shall, on BBC One, or then right
BBC
after that,
One.
Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Foul. We're not live streaming on Christmas night, fella. I know you wouldn't anyway, but we're not doing it. I've got Wallace and Gromit to watch.
I'm so excited for Wallace and Gromit.
Jeez, Gromit!
Jeez.
And on that note, see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Until then, presumably we'll talk about the Joys of the World trailer next week, but who knows, it'll be something. Keep an eye out for call-in requests. But until then, it's goodbye from Crispy.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. See you all next week. Alon Z, baby.
Alon cheese.